I spent 30 in-game days in the brand new city builder, Town to City, and today I'm here to share my honest thoughts. Is it good? Is it worth the price, or should you hold off for now? Let's dive right in. Hey, it's May, and welcome back to the room. If you're returning, it is so nice to have you back, and if you're new here, hi, it is so nice to meet you. Today I wanted to dive into my thoughts of the newest cozy city builder game, Town to City. The game recently released in early access on Steam, and it is already filled with a ton of content. So let's get right into it. In Town to City, you break away from the grid to create your very own bustling community. In story mode, you do have 2 main lands to choose from to start your city, and in sandbox mode, you have 5, but we'll talk about sandbox mode later. These lands will include lakes, hillsides, cliffs, mountains, and more that you will have to build around as your city grows. After the cute little intro, you hop off the train to start building your very own city. The game will then lead you through a tutorial to get you started and familiarize you with the controls, along with giving you your very first few objectives. These include building your first few homes, paving some roads, and inviting the first new residents into your town. There is also this super handy dandy little objective box in the bottom left to help you keep track of your task and keep you on track, which I love because if you know me, you know, with this game, or games like this, I will get very, very distracted. Some of the early objectives include building your town's population, placing decorations, and placing town amenities, such as warehouses, food stalls, and a research center. And speaking of the research center, it is a very important part of your city as it gives you research points. These research points will unlock more town amenities, decorations, and other buildings and facilities to help you grow your city. After the tutorial, things really start to pick up, maybe a little too quickly, and things grew stressful, trying to juggle placing new houses for new residents, decorating to fit the needs of the townsfolk, and keeping track of objectives. It became a little overwhelming, but there was a handy dandy little pause time button that I discovered on day 10 that really became a game changer for me. You can freeze time, decorate or fix layouts without the pressure of your citizens becoming unhappy. But with this pause button, you do have to keep in mind that buildings won't construct while paused. There are also 2 sped up options for those who want an extra challenge, or for some reason feel like the game is not going fast enough. But I will say that the game days do feel very well paced, and I never felt like things need to go any faster. And on top of building your city, you do have to be aware of the town happiness levels. You do have to check the happiness menu often, as some of your townsfolk will want things like housing decorations or to have things closer to their houses like shops, food stalls, and forms of entertainment. And as the town grows, the happiness levels do tend to decrease as the demand for decorations and other amenities grow, but most of them I found easy to fix by taking the time to decorate the houses, adding lights and other cute little things to the city. This is where that pause button really came in handy to allow time for that decorating and doing it at my own pace and meeting the needs of the townsfolk. I also found it quite easy to unlock things in the research tree, as research points do accumulate very fast as the town grows. Along with money, I never really ran out. And to be honest, I'm not even sure how I obtained so much of it, but I'm pretty sure it was from the town's very hard workers. One of my biggest mistakes, though, early on was not planning my layout better. My town ended up as this chaotic mess of cul-de-sacs and winding roads. It looks really cute, but some houses ended up isolated from key buildings, which meant building extra of those buildings and shops and warehouses that I might not have needed with like smarter planning. But hey, that's part of the fun, learning as you go. And this was my first playthrough after all, and I had no idea what to expect from this game. But thankfully, mistakes aren't permanent as you can demolish or even move buildings with ease, so fixing errors is a piece of cake. Now, outside of the gameplay mechanics, I have to say the music is gorgeous. It's relaxing, it's immersive, and it really sells that Mediterranean 19th century town vibe that the game was going for. Plus, the game has a photo mode with adjustable settings with like brightness, exposure, focal length, and aperture. I hope I said that right. And if you're anything like me, I love sharing my builds with my friends, and this makes it very easy to do so. The game also has a sandbox mode, which I love, especially if you just want to ease down for the night and just play a comfy cozy game. It's really nice. You get 5 different maps plus customizable rules like infinite money, instant unlocks, or guaranteed 100% happiness. It's perfect if you just want to let your creativity run wild and not have to worry about the wants of the town or the little details like not having enough trees or flowers. Though this game is filled with positives, there are some downsides that I have found so far in my gameplay. The controls can be a little clunky, and zooming and adjusting the camera didn't feel super smooth at first. It took some time to get used to, and I did eventually get better at it, but it did make early gameplay a bit frustrating. I also felt like the tutorial could have been more complete. Important features like pausing time, demolishing or moving buildings weren't explained at all. I didn't even realize I could rename my town until halfway through my playthrough. And I really feel like those small details could and should have been introduced earlier on in the game, or like mentioned at all. I did have to discover those specific things on my own, and exploring the game's UI was not on my objectives list, as I had far better things to accomplish, like building a happy city filled of happy little people. Gosh darn it. I just feel like I could have realized my little winding road mistake much earlier in my playthrough and strategized better if I had known about these little details earlier on. Overall, I feel like the game allows for a ton of creativity. It's relaxing, and I personally think that the art style is gorgeous. The game isn't just all fun and relaxing though, and does have you using your little noodle just a little bit when placing buildings, houses, and more to satisfy your ever-growing city. I do also love the sandbox mode that allows for your creativity to truly run wild and maybe not really stress about the little things. I really have enjoyed playing this game, and if you like town building management games, this may be one to pick up or just add to your wish list. But is it worth the price? Well, the game is currently priced at $24.99 on Steam, but I think $19.99 would feel like the sweet spot for a price. But as far as what you're getting for $24.99, there is already a ton of content with more updates likely to come before the game's full release. Overall, I have to say Town to City is a cozy, charming, and surprisingly strategic city builder. It's relaxing to play, encourages creativity, and rewards thoughtful planning, all while letting you decorate and shape a city that feels alive. The art, music, and photo mode all make it an immersive experience, and the sandbox mode gives you that freedom to experiment without limits. Sure, there are a few early frustrations like a clunky camera control thingy going on and missing tutorial tips, but these are easy to overcome, and the game is already full of content, even in its early access form. So if you love city builders, cozy games, or just want a creative playground to build your dream town, Town to City is definitely worth checking out. But now I want to hear from you. Are you planning to pick up this game? Have you already picked up Town to City? And if so, how are you liking it so far? Are there any weird quirks or things that I didn't mention in the game that you've had? Or are you just as excited to see where this game goes as I am? Drop your thoughts down in the comments. I would love to hear them. And if you liked today's video, make sure that you hit that like button and subscribe to get even more gaming reviews like this or just other gaming content. that is all for today's video. I will see you all in the next one. For now, bye bye.